and girls, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, things look a little bit different tonight for those watching live on Spotify. Welcome to We Hate Sports episode 253 with your boy TK. We got Jello on tonight and we got my man Gianni. All right, fellas. So Super Bowl weekend, man. Before we start with the questions, I want to know what was y'all honest opinions on this game, bro? Because I personally think it was the most boring Super Bowl I think I've ever seen in my life, dog. And I've seen some pretty boring ones, bro.
I think it's the worst Super Bowl probably ever, honestly. Probably with the one Denver and Seattle up there. Maybe
Yeah, but at
I
least they scored a lot of points, bro. This was
Uh,
just
yeah, this was just defense. The first three quarters, defense, 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 and then the fourth quarter, they just broke through Seattle. And New England to me looked like a team that was not like a Super Bowl team to me. I know they earned to get to Super Bowl, but
we're gonna
they
talk
didn't
about
look
that a
like
little.
man,
We're gonna talk about that a little bit tonight. Go ahead, Jello.
man, we're gonna talk about that later. But I mean, this Super Bowl was the second worst one that I've seen because we all witnessed that Patriots and Rams Super Bowl.
Oh my God, that 10
That's
to 3, bro. Yeah, that was terrible. What was it 13 to 3? 13 to 3?
oh
yeah,
yeah,
13
Oh
to
my
3.
God, bro. Yeah, that
Like,
was I forgot, bro. That's definitely up there, dog.
yeah, that's definitely what. But this was like I don't know. I'll give it to that one, and then the other one where what was it? When the Seahawks played the Broncos? What was
Yeah,
it?
they killed us, bro.
28?
It was like 43 to like 17, dog. They absolutely destroyed us,
Nah,
bro.
it was
And the
43.
craziest part is we was the hottest team in the league that year, bro. We had the
Man,
number
I
one
ain't know
offense,
what happened. I couldn't
bro.
believe that year. I was like,
I
wow.
couldn't even tell you. But speaking of that Super Bowl, thank you for Jello for going ahead for leading me into the first question. Speaking of the Seahawks dominated the Patriots 29-13 in the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. What was the biggest takeaway from the game, fellas? Let's start with Jello.
Biggest takeaway, to be honest, Seattle proved that they was the team that we thought that they were, to be honest with you. Defense was firing on all cylinders. Offense, Sam Darnold turned out to be the quarterback that we thought. It's Sam Darnold. We did not expect fireworks out of Sam Darnold. This was exactly how it was supposed to go in my head. And I think everybody's expectations was defense was going to win the game. Offense was going to do their thing. JSN got shut down for the most part, even though he did get hurt, but for the most part, he was shut down regardless. Cooper Kupp, shout out to Cooper Kupp. He turned back the clock a little bit. I was looking like Rams Cooper Kupp, man. He did his thing. Shaheed had some good plays. Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker, where did he come from? Like he's been doing it all playoffs, but oh my gosh. I think Charbonnet getting hurt might have been the best thing that happened to them because oh my God. Um, Patriot side, we finally I'm gonna just say the schedule. The schedule finally came back to bite them. They had a easy ride down the yellow brick road, and they finally got hit with a brick wall, and they folded. It's that simple. I mean, we've been saying this all season. I mean, they've been playing teams that what ain't getting into the playoffs. They don't play what 16, what three teams that got into the playoffs, if I'm not mistaken, and. Then they get to the playoffs. They have an easy road. They play Justin Herbert. We know how he is in the playoffs. We play a CJ Stroud who wants to give interceptions out like Christmas presents. I don't know if he missed his Christmas and he can get the gifts out, but hey, he got four of them out for him. And the Broncos, very unfortunate what happened to Bo Nix, but that was a sad story. But they got another break there. They lost their starting quarterback, so hey. Go out in the snow with a backup quarterback. What's gonna happen? You're gonna lose. You finally get to Seattle. You get hit with a real coach. You get hit with a real team, real defense, and you turn into exactly who we thought. So that's my takeaway.
I mean, yeah, for the most part, Jello touched on it, basically everything I would have touched on. I think the biggest thing is everybody outside of Patriots fans really felt like the Patriots were doing something throughout the season, bro. Oh, it doesn't matter. You play who's on your schedule, which is true. But when you have the easiest schedule since I believe like 1991 or 1992 or something like that, before any of us were even born, brother, that's a problem, bro. The easiest schedule since 1992 is just absolutely insane. So, like I said, everybody outside of Patriots fans and outside of the Patriots organization knew exactly what happened in the Super Bowl yesterday was going to happen. Now I tell you, I didn't expect Jake Myers to have to make five field goals in the first half before halftime or something like that, bro. I mean, there was a legitimate argument that he could have won the MVP, bro, if K9 doesn't go off the way that he does, legitimately, bro. Like we probably would have had the first kicker win a Super Bowl MVP if K9 doesn't decide to go off in that game. Um, but yeah, like I said, that's I'm not gonna shit on the Patriots too much, bro, because I still think Drake May is that dude. I think that Patriots will end up back in the Super Bowl one day. It won't be anytime soon, but I do expect him to be back there, and I do expect Drake May to win the Super Bowl. But Jello and Gianni, what can we say about Sam Darnold now, bro? Like, dog, no matter what you say about Sam Darnold anymore, this man did not have any turnovers throughout the entire playoffs, bro. Then not only that, threw for like 350 yards against the Rams to get to the Super Bowl. Like I just can't get that out of my head, bro. Like when you think of Sam Darnold, you expect him to make these mistakes in these big games. And shout out Sam Darnold, shout out McDonald, the offensive coordinator who's not a head coach for the Las Vegas Raiders. Kubiak, I mean, bro, dog he just looked completely different from what he did last year with the Minnesota Vikings. You guys know how high I am on KOC. He's one of my favorite, if not my favorite head coach in the league. And he couldn't do what, Mike McDonald was able to do. So, regardless, shout out to the defense. Obviously, we got to give a shout out to the defense. One of the best defenses that we've seen in a very long time. When you throw the word generational around, this is one of the defenses that were very generational. I think there's literally only two or three generational defenses in the league right now. And honestly, I don't know why you're looking at me like that, Jello. I think Seattle is one of those defenses, bro. They're the reason why they won this game yesterday, bro.
I
Drake,
agree. I was thinking in my head, I was like, wait a minute, Legion of Boom Part Two?
somewhat. I don't think we'll ever see a
Uh,
Legion of Boom. The Legion of Boom
yeah,
is
You think?
crazy, dog. I mean, they shut the number one
They was,
offense.
yeah.
Peyton Manning threw 55 touchdowns that year, ladies and gentlemen. For those who don't know, bro, like that's how crazy the Legion of Boom was, bro. But yeah, like I said, Jello basically touched on most of the parts. I mean, I'm basically saying the same thing that he's saying. I'm just trying to say it in a different way. But like I said, Patriots fans, I expect Drake May to end up being back in the Super Bowl. He will win the Super Bowl one day. But Sam Darnold, he was one of them quarterbacks I never thought would win a Super Bowl, bro. And it's like, damn, I can't hate on him until he disappoints me and shows me who he truly is next season when the lights are get bright again and he turns into a deer in headlights. So, um, yeah, man, it pains me to have to spew those words out my mouth that Sam Darnold is a Super Bowl champion, dog. But at the same time, I didn't want the Patriots and Drake May to win, so it is what it is. Go ahead, Gianni.
I think Seattle is just a worthy champion, man, because they had a great defense. They were the number one scoring defense all season. You know, without Sam Darnold, his performance in the championship game, they wouldn't even be the champions right now. We're probably talking about the Rams being the champions instead. So, like, when I look at this game overall, the Patriots just don't look like they were in the same field, the same level as Seattle. And you want to know something? They're a product of the schedule, and the AFC this year, man, was pretty bad. Honestly, we gotta agree because the injury to Bo Nix, Josh Allen folded in the second round. Like everything kind of like went their way, New England way. And I'm gonna say one thing about New England. Enjoy this run because you're not going back. You're not going back. They're probably gonna miss the playoffs next season. I'll make that early prediction right now because
They got the sixth toughest schedule next year, bro. If you
I,
didn't see it
I,
yet,
I
Jello, they
saw
got
their
the sixth
schedule,
toughest
man.
schedule next year. That shit is brutal, bro.
I I never seen a schedule that brutal before in my life. Like there's gonna be a wake up call. They're gonna have some games where I think they play. the NFC West. I think they play. I think they play the AFC West. I think as well. So like this schedule is going to be a wake up call. I just don't think they're going to be back. Seattle, maybe they have a chance to be back, in the future, but because that defense is insane and they have all the pieces and everything. But man,
They got a
this
ton of
was a.
cap room, bro. They got a ton of for those who don't
I think
for the listeners. They have a ton, like $60 million in cap, which is like top eight or something, or top five or something like that, bro.
yeah,
So the Super Bowl champions literally have a ton of money that they can just blow, dog. It's
yeah.
ridiculous.
Man, I
That
think the best thing for Seattle's longevity is having a quarterback like Sam Darnold because of the simple fact that we all know that he is not this otherworldly type quarterback. So you do not have to necessarily pay him like one. But you add that factor in on top of the defense. A lot of them are very young. They don't have too many contracts. A lot of them are in the rookie contracts right now. They can run it back another year to be honest with you, and they'll be just fine. Sam Darnold come in, he can get a top six, top seven payday, and he'll be just fine because I mean, yeah. But I think the biggest thing is having a quarterback that you can kind of lowball a little bit because I mean, this is Sam Darnold. This is not like Lamar Jackson or a top five type quarterback, and he knows that. So I don't think he's going to expect a big, super, super huge payday. He's still a champion, of course, but I do think that he will be team friendly. That's a really good thing that happens with that, and they should be able to make some moves to keep that squad that circle
I,
together.
I'll say one thing about next season for them because they lost Kubiak. When you win that Super Bowl and then you change OCs, that there's gonna be a little like bumps in the road and everything like that. That's probably the one thing that I think is the one thing they should worry about, honestly, next season because, like you said, they have the money, they have young players and everything like that. Now I think is that challenge, because I saw they're gonna hire probably Mike Kafka, I think, as OC. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work out, but that's the only thing because there's gonna be bumps in the road next season for them because now they have the target on their back and everything like that. So I'm was impressed, man. It was 19-0, man, in the fourth quarter. That was just insane to me.
Yeah, man, it's definitely gonna be interesting. That was a great point for sure.
Yeah.
Kubiak going to the Raiders, that's definitely gonna change the
And
offense.
on top of that, he took the quarterback coach as well. So he's going to the Raiders to be offensive coordinator as well. So that is going to be a tough little position to fill. But one person I'm liking, and I think they might be able to steal from Seattle, from the 49ers, another Kubiak and Clay Kubiak. Now, that could happen because if I'm not mistaken, he had interviews with the Titans. What happened?
I don't know what happened. Yeah, I think his name froze or something.
Shoot.
Yeah, but he'll be back. Yeah, he's back now.
Anyway, Clay Kubiak, he did have a couple of interviews with the Titans, if I'm not mistaken, and a few other teams. And if the 49ers do allow him to leave and get some better money, the Seattle is definitely a option for him. They can stick with that Kubiak name, guy under Kyle Shanahan. That's a really good little name for him.
I'll say this because I don't know if the Niners might be a little pissed off, man, that Seattle won in their stadium.
Yeah.
I don't know if that. Who knows? Maybe that works
Yeah,
out.
they could block him for sure,
Yeah,
but
yeah, because that is crazy, man. I can't imagine a division rival winning in my home field in the Super Bowl like that. That's probably like the worst thing possible, honestly.
Yeah.
All right, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
All
Uh,
right. Hold on 1 second.
Come on, bro. That Acapulco Wi-Fi ain't gonna be going. It
All right, so
can't.
every time my Wi-Fi, my headphones tripping, bro. I don't know what happened. I gotta find my little piece, but fuck it, you good.
So,
All right, so let's move on to the second question, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna talk about K9 a little bit. So after winning the Super Bowl MVP last night, what do we rank K9 as far as running back rankings? Gianni, I'll start with you.
Honestly, when I look at a running back ranking, he's to me top 10 easily. I feel at this point. I think he's gonna get a big payday because his contract is up. But like over like this season and last season too, because last season he was actually pretty good last season because with Geno Smith as quarterback and everything, he was able to run still and do his thing. But he's top 10 for sure, honestly. TK and Jello. I think this game and putting his name out there because I think some people, you know, don't watch really so much the Seahawks like that. So I think putting his name out there, I think he's top 10 for sure.
Jello?
um, um, first of all, much love to K9. He did his thing last night. This entire playoffs, he was killing, like absolutely. Shout out to him. Um, but honestly, I do not have him. I have him like right outside of my top 10. And the main reason why, for one, he cannot stay healthy. Now, this year was a great year for him. He stayed healthy the entire season. But even staying healthy, he barely managed to crack 1,000 yards in the regular season. Played all 17 games. Yes, I know that he had a running mate in Zach Charbonnet, but he is not that big of a factor to where that hinders you from barely cracking 1,000 yards and being a top 10 running back. So that being said, this is his only his second season, and what I think he's been in the league 5 years. That he has cracked 1,000 yards, and he came in as the number one back. He had 1,050 his rookie year, and then he dropped to 905. Then he dropped to 500. Even though he was dealing with injuries that year. Um, this playoffs, he elevated. He really turned into a real threat. But top 10, no. He was really just the best. He was just the best offensive player in a game where it was not a lot of offense. So obviously he had to get that. And now he did his thing. Props to him. He was a worthy Super Bowl MVP. But top 10, that's a stretch for me.
I think I think I'm gonna have to agree with Jello, to be honest. It's hard, bro. Dog, there's so many good running backs in the league right now, bro.
Yeah.
So to put him top 10, bro, is crazy. Because if you put him top 10, who you taking out? It's like who you taking off that top 10 list right now? You got your Jonathan Taylor. I'm not gonna sit here and name all 10 top 10 running backs, but you got Jonathan Taylor, you got Derrick Henry in that list. Like,
I put him at number 10, really. Like, I put him in top 10, but I put him at 10, really. I think he cracks, into that list. But yeah, you're right. It's like I'm thinking of like the 10 names
There's so
because
many good running backs. You got
yeah,
we can name them. We have time to name
all
them.
right, Bijan,
Hmm.
Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor. I'm
Hmm.
just Derrick Henry. I'm just thinking of running backs off the top of my head.
Saquon,
Saquon.
Christian
Saquon,
McCaffrey,
obviously. Christian
Christian
McCaffrey, of
McCaffrey.
course, yeah.
Um,
I mean, and that's already right there. That's already
that's
like
six.
six running
Mhm.
backs, bro.
Yeah,
Not
All
even.
right, so let me see.
Let's go into it. I mean,
Are we
mm,
putting a Devin A chain in there?
Devon Achane, yep, easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll put Devon A.
Definitely.
Chain in there.
We
Trying to think
got
of one.
who else? Who else we got? Um, Kyron Williams.
Oh yeah, Kyron Williams for
Kyron
sure.
Yeah.
Williams in there. Um, Shoot, that's eight off the top. Let me see who else.
He might have a case.
He
He
could.
might. He might have a
Oh,
case, bro.
I
Hmm.
think he's number 10, honestly.
I
I'll
mean, do
say
you
there's
want to? Do
nine
you throw
back.
Javonte Williams in that list this year? But if we're doing consistency, I don't think you can put him in. I think
Oh
he's
my
right
God,
outside the top 10.
do we put ETN in there?
We did not.
ETN, that's another one.
That's a good one. Travis
Yeah.
Etienne is a good one. And
Hmm.
I'm definitely taking Travis
James
Etienne
Cook. Oh
over
my
KD.
gosh.
Oh my
My
God, yeah,
bad.
James Cook,
James
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Cook.
yeah.
Oh my
That's
Oh,
that's
God. My
that's like
bad.
10 right there, bro.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Oh my God, how did we forget
yeah.
How do
James
we forget
Cook,
James
bro?
Cook? Oh my
I forgot. I completely forgot. I was like, I forgot
I knew we
because
was
he's
missing somebody. I just couldn't figure out
We
who it
got there's
was.
plenty of them right now. We're forgetting Brees Hall on that
Oh
Jets
my,
team.
yeah,
oh,
Like,
yep.
come
I
on, yeah.
forgot about Brees
There's
Hall.
there's too many running backs right now to put him in
And
the top 10.
he's a do it all back, bro.
Yeah.
Those are yeah, man. It's just it's if K9 look if K9 does this next year, which I has wait Jello, did you say he ever had 1,000 yard season, bro? I
He
couldn't
only had
remember.
1,000 yards one time. That was his rookie year, and then this year he barely cracked it at 1,027.
Yeah, so give me one more year of a
Give me a
thousand,
year.
and you might have a legitimate case for being in that argument, bro. But I can't put him there right now,
I
bro. I
can't put
can't
him
put him
top
top 10.
10. No.
I
Mm-mm.
say this one thing because he's a free agent. I think probably Seattle brings
Broncos,
him. Yeah.
Broncos,
Oh, here we go.
Uh,
Broncos. Let's just call it what it is, bro. He's coming to Denver, bro. Um, but yeah, if we don't have anything else to say about that, let's go ahead and move on to question three, boys. All right, so Drake May was sacked 7 times, one with the football, and he threw a pick six. But he had 295 passing yard, guys, if you know, for the Patriots listener. So, your guy had almost 300 passing yards. What does this tell you about Drake May, and how high should the Patriots be on May after this performance?
Hmm.
So, like I said earlier, bro, I'm not gonna be one of those people that decide to freak out or in panic and tell Patriots to hit Patriots fans to hit panic mode because I do think Drake May is not. I don't think he's a generational quarterback. I think that word gets thrown around way too much. I think he is a franchise quarterback. Um, I think if you give him a solid offensive line, you give him some outside weapons. I do think that, like I said, the Patriots can possibly end up back in the Super Bowl. Won't be for a while, like I said earlier, but I do think that they can end up back in the Super Bowl. With that being said, bro, it's not even about the game yesterday, dog. Drake May has looked like absolute dog shit the entire playoffs, bro. And you know what the craziest part is? He played a legit top five defense in every single matchup. Played that, was it the Chargers or the Bills? I can't remember. I think he played the Chargers.
the Chargers.
Chargers, there we go. You
Yeah.
saw how he looked there. CJ Stroud, and I'm gonna mention CJ Stroud before I mention what the defense did, because CJ Stroud I've never seen a quarterback play such sensational defense on offense, bro. I just never seen that shit, bro. Like he gave them that game, and even then he struggled in that game too. I think this dude had like 4 fumbles or something like that in that game, bro. It was
Hmm.
bad.
Yeah.
Then you play the Broncos defense, and ladies and gentlemen, for those who didn't know, Bo Nix broke his ankle the week before. We still could have won that game, bro. He absolutely struggled against the Broncos defense as well. And you get to the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. And Gianni, Jello, you got 2 weeks to get all that shit out of your system. You know what I'm saying? Um, and he looked the exact same way that he looked first the Patriots, the Broncos, and the Chargers. That's just unacceptable, bro. You do that. This is why I said earlier that word generational gets thrown around too much because the amount of times I've heard generational and Drake May in the same sentence has just been absolutely ridiculous. Um, as far as what this says about what this should say about Drake May to the franchise, I don't like I said, I'm not it shouldn't tell you that you need to give up on the kid or it's time to look for another quarterback because like I said, Drake May is that dude. He'll be fine. Patriots will be back. Simply what it means is you need to take Will Campbell out yonder back, and you need to shoot that nigga in the face, bro. That shit I seen yesterday, bro, is just that's the bro. This dude gave up 14 pressures, dog. That has never happened in a Super Bowl, let alone a football game. This dude is awful. And brother, you said it yourself. You will go out there and die to block for both to block for Drake, mate, brother. Well, it's time for you to die, brother, because you're not doing your job, dog. You're not out there blocking for anything. You're not protecting Drake, mate, brother. It's time. And to be you I don't even know if the dude could get I don't even know if he'd keep his job at Amazon, bro. He'd fuck that up somehow, dog. This dude is terrible, bro. But yeah, like I said, they gotta fix that offensive line immediately. Will Campbell needs to get I don't know what you do in the offseason to get that right, but bro, this man doesn't need to be doing no vacations, no summer vacations, no spending time with your family, bro. You need to be on the football field just out there just working on your game, brother, because you are terrible, dog. That shit was awful. But yeah, they got to fix offensive line. Get a tight end in there. I think a tight end that helped Drake May out a lot. I understand a lot of people are high on Hunter Henry. I'm not one of those people. So yeah, get a tight end in there. I think that'll really help Drake May out. Bring back Stephon Diggs. Maybe you can drop the wide receiver in the draft. But yeah, you got to do something to help Drake May on that offense, bro. Because we see what happens when they play top defenses. And if they don't fix that, Jello and Gianni, it's going to look the exact same way next year when they have the sixth toughest schedule in the NFL. And these niggas might not even make the playoffs, bro. So they got to get that shit fixed. Go ahead, Jello.
Um, I feel you on most of your points. The biggest thing I will say is Drake May, although he had a terrible game to start the second half, the first, three quarters, um, fourth quarter really kind of showed me something that it showed me some promise, some real promise because throughout the entire game he had, if I'm not mistaken, like 88 yards up until the fourth quarter. He threw for 235 yards in that fourth quarter. That was how he reached that 295 yards. That was the most in any quarter of the Super Bowl. I think that was also in the fourth quarter of any game since the 50s, if I'm not mistaken. Um, that showed that no quit attitude. Like he could have went and sat on the bench. He could have went and played that, I'm done with this game. It's over. But no, he just decided to continue to fight. He got a touchdown in. Um, he showed me a lot. I think that it would have been a better game for him if he did not have to look to the left side every single play because, Will Campbell is letting everybody and anybody touch him. Um, but that's a freaking offensive line issue, that don't got I mean, Drake May, you got a lot to work on, but it's your second year. You have promise. You're gonna be fine. This was nothing but an experience for you. The fact that you made it to the Super Bowl in your second year shows me a lot. You were second in MVP voting. Um, like you have a lot of potential. I really do believe in Drake May as the, franchise quarterback for the Patriots. Generational, borderline. He's not generational, but he is really good in my opinion. And this is gonna be nothing but a learning lesson for him. Now, Will Campbell, brother, you sat there on draft night and you lied to the world. You told us that you were going to die for this man. You were gonna die to block this man. Oh, you were dying out there. Oh, they was killing you every single play. Yeah, we saw it. We saw you. So you're a rookie too. You have a lot to learn. But I don't see the hope for him. I'm sorry, LSU fans that were so high on him and said that he was this generational. I don't know if he needs to move to guard. I don't know what it is he needs to do. Get away from that tackle spot because you cannot block the outside. That was pissing me off all night. But we gonna move on from that. But Will Campbell, this game was 100%. You should feel like it was on you. That's all I'm gonna say.
Go ahead, Gianni.
Man, that offensive line, man. Oh, Campbell. There was a sack that happened when the guy, I think it was Will Campbell, honestly, that was blocking the defensive lineman, and the defensive lineman took him and Drake May down the field like that. That is it's so crazy to me, man. Like, I think Drake May is gonna be fine, over time, but that was like tough to watch. And he didn't quit, in that fourth quarter. It kind of reminded me of last season with Mahomes. Like Mahomes didn't quit in that fourth quarter. It felt the same way with Drake May. Like, like show something, because even though you're not gonna win the game, at least show something, show some fight, and show to your teammates that you're not just gonna go down and have 0 points in a Super Bowl game. So I think over time, I think he's gonna be great. I feel that he's gonna be better. I think they're gonna add talent around him, but it's gonna take a while for them to get back.
All right, let's get to our last football question of the night. Let's go ahead and give our early Super Bowl 61 predictions. Gianni, you first.
I wanted to see this Super Bowl matchup this year, but I think we're gonna get it next year. TK, I'm going with the Eagles versus the Broncos. Super Bowl 61 in Los Angeles.
I love it. I love it. Go ahead, Jello.
Man,
Do not say the Cowboys, bro. I will kick you, dog.
stop playing with me,
Go
bro.
ahead.
I don't even have that much belief in us right now. As much as mm, I hate you even brought them up. I wasn't even thinking about Cowboys right now. But and TK, I really don't like you. I really don't like you right now because on the AFC side, can I say the Chiefs? No, no. It's the Broncos, man. It's the Broncos. Broncos are about to they were so close. And losing Bo Nix, he's gonna come back with a vengeance because he needs that back. I believe that he's gonna be 1,000% better than he was this year. On top of that, you got that defense. They keeping that defense together. It's gonna be a really good season for the Broncos next year. If I'm not in my prediction, I think that they're taking the one seed in the AFC and they're taking it all the way to the Super Bowl on that side. And on the NFC side. Give me the Rams again. Give me the Rams because Matthew Stafford coming back. This is more than likely, in my opinion, Matthew Stafford's last year. Coming up, and he's gonna want to go out with a bang. We got the Dogs coming back. We got Puka. We got Kyron. We got that defense. Jared Verse. Oh my gosh, Jared Verse is gonna have a. Jared Verse is gonna be a Defensive Player of the Year candidate, in my opinion, next year. Um, pair all of those three together. I'm going with the Rams. Rams, Broncos. I'm sorry, TK. Rams are gonna win it. But yeah, that's my prediction.
Bro, I wouldn't even be mad at it. Getting there, first of all, thanks for the love, brothers. I love y'all, man. Y'all my dogs. That's why y'all my brothers, bro. Appreciate that. But I'm actually not gonna say my own team, bro. Maybe maybe it's because this man is from where I'm from, and probably because he's my favorite quarterback in the league. I'm gonna go with the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. I think Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. I think honestly, they just needed a new head coach, bro. It just look, Jello. It just Harbaugh just was not getting it done for whatever reason. I really felt like he lost the locker room. Mook and Bama tell you themselves because I 100% agree with it. The only reason why John Harbaugh was even still there, brother, is because he drafted Lamar Jackson. And Lamar Jackson bought him another 5 years, bro. But honestly, I think mentor, bro. I'm just listening to what Ravens fans telling me. All right, if this is true and this is really the best coaching staff that they've seen in a while since they won the Super Bowl, I'm gonna believe the hype, bro. So I'm gonna go with the Ravens. Lamar Jackson finally gets over the hump and gets to a Super Bowl. Um, Ravens versus this out of the NFC is gonna shock a lot of people, dog. And it might just be because I'm a glazer of his. No pause. I think it's gonna be the Chicago Bears, dog. I think the Chicago Bears, bro. I think we're gonna get a Chicago Bears versus Baltimore Ravens Super Bowl, bro. Look, Caleb Williams showed me a lot this year, bro. He really showed me that honestly, it really was just the head coach, dog. Ben Johnson in year two, Jello, bro, Gianni. I think it's gonna be a scary sight for the NFC, bro. I mean, basically, he was basically out there as a first-time head coach. He really didn't know what he was doing out there for real, bro. So now you got that experience, you got the playoff win under your belt, bro. You got all the expectations that a lot of people didn't expect you to get in year one that you've already achieved, bro. Going into year two, I think I just think that he's just gonna be it's just gonna be so smooth for the Bears, bro. I think like all the hype and the attention from the media and everything, all the eyes that were on them are not going to be on them this season, bro. And it's going to allow them to just honestly just be themselves, cruise through the NFC, bro. And this is no disrespect to the Eagles because I think that the Eagles will be their opponent in the NFC game. If that makes you feel better, Gianni. But I just think that the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams, he's going to show them why he truly was the quarterback that they've been looking for their entire existence as an organization, bro.
TK, I want to say one thing about the Bears. They won a lot of one-score games this season. And one thing about that is every time a team wins that many one-score games, the next season they
They
usually
lose those
win.
games.
They lose those games and win 5 or 6 games in the end of the season. I could see that happening with them because they're in a tough division. We can't lie about that. Green Bay is always good.
Lions.
Detroit's going to bounce back, I feel, because they have all the talent to bounce back. And then you look at the other divisions, us, Seattle, the Rams. Like I think it's too many teams. When you look at the Bears, of course, a lot can happen all season. They're going to be able to build on their defense and everything, but they got to get that defense right, and they got to add some pieces because right now I don't think they're a top 5 NFC team right now because you got Seattle, the defending champions. You got us, the Rams. I think the Lions are going to be bouncing back. So, like, I think they're like the fifth, sixth best team in the NFC. But if they don't improve anything, I could see them dropping down out of the playoffs next
That's a
season.
Man, I'm
fair.
so
That's a fair
sorry.
point.
The Bears are not even the best team in their division.
They're not. I agree.
Like we got
But
we
would you say the Patriots before this season was the best team in their division? Nope.
before
You
the
would have said the
season.
Bills.
No,
You would have
of
said the
course not.
Bills
Yeah,
100%.
of course.
That's what I'm saying. When it gets knock on wood, of course, obviously, but you got injuries happen, bro,
Yeah, for
and
sure.
like teams that and notice how every single season it seems like teams that were in the playoffs the year before, bro, they struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Yeah.
And I understand that the Bears were one of those teams in the playoffs, but like I said, bro, that was year one of Ben Johnson and Caleb Williams. And if we just go by what history tells us, but they're only going to get better, dog.
If
Yeah.
that's the case, then what's the argument for the Panthers? Because year one with their head coach,
And you know
they,
me,
they took the they
I'm
took
not
the
really the
Rams to the
biggest Bryce
limit.
Young believer. I think the Panther, I love the head coach. I think they got the right team. I'm just not a Bryce Young believer, dog. I just don't believe
I,
in Bryce Young, bro.
I
He's
think
too inconsistent.
I think Carolina is going to fall out of the playoffs next season.
I think that we can say that for another episode, but I definitely think that the Panthers are winning their division. I think that their defense is gonna have a major jump next year because
I,
Canellis, he's a dog. I love Canellis. He's a very underrated coach in my opinion right now.
Yeah, I
We can
do
get into
too.
that later, but
Like I
that's
said, they got the coach in the team. I just don't believe in the quarterback,
but
dog.
you
But go
want to know
ahead, Jim.
something, TK and Joe? Next season, because every year you talked about it, like there's gonna be new playoff teams next season. We get almost every season 5 or 6 new playoff teams next season. What do you guys think could be the surprise team? Like a team that is probably like trending up. Maybe they're a couple moves away, probably sliding into the playoffs, taking somebody's spot. Like
Give
who?
me this might really be outside the box, but I'm a huge Cam Ward believer. So give me the Titans 9-8. They get that 7 seed. Why not?
I could see that honestly.
wow.
I
Why
like
not,
their
bro? I mean, it's not like I'm giving them like 11 wins. They'll get it. I think they because Patrick Mahomes is not going to be the same next year.
Okay, yeah.
So you can knock the Chiefs off. You could take the Chiefs off. Um, do we expect the Patriots to be as with that? That schedule is brutal, Jello. I need you to look at that schedule, dog, and
Oh no,
then
I'm looking at it right now.
yeah,
yeah.
it's brutal. I don't think the
Well,
Patriots are going to be. Maybe they'll fight for that 7 spot with the Titans, but
Probably so.
give me the
I,
Titans 9-8,
Um,
bro. Titans
I
nine
won't
and eight,
count out
seven
the,
seed.
the Chiefs, honestly. I won't count out the Chiefs from being a wild card team, honestly. Like, they, I understand Mahomes probably not going to be the same, but they can if he's on the field and they have a little bit of better team, I could see them winning 10, 11 games and being a wild card team.
That's
They're not going to
generous.
go
I got him
far.
winning. I got him winning like 8, 9 games next year. Because
And
it's really just because Patrick Mahomes.
I think the
He's not gonna be
single
the same.
team that people aren't talking about enough, in my opinion, the Falcons.
Their
And I'm gonna tell
quarterback
you,
situation though, bro.
the
That's the
quarterback
only
situation is
thing.
the thing, but we got a dude in Kevin Stefanski who took Baker Mayfield to the
That's
promised
true.
land. With
Yeah.
that
But
coaching staff,
is Michael Penis gonna be healthy? Is he gonna be ready by week 1?
he's more than likely,
He had
yeah.
another ACL injury. It's like the
He
sixth one
did.
of his career, brother.
Yeah,
I,
it's bad for him. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
They need
But
to go trade for Kyler Murray. See what the
if they trade for Kyler, wherever Kyler Murray goes, they're going to be a playoff team because I'm 100% certain that it's going to be a lower end team right now, and
as long as it's not the
they're going to need
Jets,
a
bro. As
quarterback. As
long
long
as
as
it's
it's
not
not
the
the
Jets.
Jets, any team Kyler Murray goes to, they're going
that
to make the
moves
playoffs.
me. Murray to the Falcons moves me.
I mean,
That
it does because I mean Kevin Stefanski, like I said, I don't like Kevin Stefanski.
I don't
This
like him
I
as
felt like he
I don't
treated
like him as a
Shador,
person,
but as
but
a
I
coach, yeah,
respect his
he's an offensive
offense. I
mind. Yeah,
respect
he's a
his
genius.
offense for sure.
And you
I
put Kyler Murray in his hands, Kyler Murray coming off knowing that, like, all right, bro, you can't fuck up. This might be your last chance to get a, you feel me,
yeah,
to be a starter, to get another check. Like, I think Kyler Murray just needs a fresh start, bro.
yeah. It's either that or baseball for him. So I mean, I'm pretty sure he loves the game of football. He want to play. So I mean,
Yeah.
send him
if
to the
he goes to
Falcons, man.
The
baseball, he
Cardinals
can
are
come to the
definitely trading him,
Yankees.
dog. They're not keeping him on the roster this season. I don't believe
Is
that
he
at all. So
a free agent next year or is he still?
no, nah, he's under contract for like 2 more years.
Okay,
Two
okay,
more
yeah,
years. I saw that earlier.
Yeah. But
Whoever trades for him has
they
it
have to
too.
trade for him by like June. What is
the June
the new
1st.
year, June 1st or something like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's something that's gonna happen this summer, bro. And that's gonna be the story of the summer because Kyler Murray to the Falcons moves me too, brother. That moves me a lot.
And they have all the pieces too. It's just the
They
quarterback,
do.
really.
Exactly.
But yeah, that they can be a team that win with Kyler Murray. They probably win 10 or 11 games and win that division pretty easily, honestly. Because I think Tampa is not going to be that good. Carolina, I think, is going to fall a little back, but I think their future is good. And we know the Saints, I think, could be
Yeah.
decent, but
Yeah. That's like a 6, 7 win team. They're just
yeah,
not there yet.
yeah, they're not
Shout
there
out my
yet.
nigga Tyler Shuck though. You gotta. I'm a believer for sure.
I
That
believe
Yeah,
nigga
in him, but
said
I
no.
don't believe in the rest of the team.
That nigga said no.
I'm like,
But yeah,
man,
fellas, let's go ahead and
Tyler,
move on to the.
yeah.
Go ahead, Jello.
Now Tyler said, I believe in you, but get away from
It's
the
not the
Saints as quick
Saints,
as you
dog.
can.
I mean,
As
Kellen
quick as
Moore.
you can.
At least he got the right head coach. I think Kellen Moore is. I think he's that dude. He's one of them. He's one of them guys, bro. So they just
yeah,
got to
they
build
got it
around him,
right
dog.
with him. They got it right for him, and they
Even though the
played
Nick,
better later in the season. The last 2 months of the season, they were a better football team.
I mean,
You
even though the
know,
nigga's already 29, but let's go ahead and move on to the last question of the night, boys, which is who do you guys think had the best NBA trade at the deadline? I'm gonna start with you, Jello, because your Rockets did absolutely nothing.
The Lakers didn't do anything either, which I got Rudy gave Vincent. Great job. Great job. Um, you know, to be honest with you, it was so many good ones. It was so many lackluster ones. Like, to be honest, there was not really any like many good trades that happened. It was a very, mellow year for the trade deadline. Um, I think the craziest one, the James Harden trade. That was probably the one that caught me off guard the most. And that was a really good one too, because pairing him and Donovan Mitchell, I do like that on paper. I do like that on paper. How it plays out as far as, their egos, that situation, I don't know, but on paper, I really do like that one. Um, Another one, the Utah, what was it? Jaren Jackson. That was a very nasty trade. Um, Utah fleeced. I could not believe that. Um, that was it's quite a few that just comes to my head off the top of my head. Um, I think I'm gonna go with the Jaren Jackson trade actually, just because of how they structured that. Let me look at that trade again because
I think they traded like 3 first round picks
yeah, they
for
traded.
him.
Hmm.
That's insane. Memphis has like 7 first round picks now.
I
Yeah,
mean, when you see Rudy Gobert go for four, bro. Jaren Jackson at the
five,
age of 26,
five.
five. Yeah, sorry, five. 3 picks is that's a still, and he's 26 years old, Gianni. Like, bro. And dog, and here's what you got to think about too. It's not this year. You do it for next year. Hope you try to tank, which by the way, they need to be fined for the way they're tanking. I don't know if y'all saw that game where they were up like 17, took all the starters out for the fourth quarter and then lost that game. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't tank
That's
that obviously, bro.
shameless, man.
They need to be fined,
Okay.
dog. And it'll be so funny if the same thing that happened to them this year when they end up getting like pick 8 when they thought they were gonna get Cooper Flag, they do the same. The NBA does the same thing to them this year. That's the only way these teams gonna learn. But that was a really good one, though, Jello, because you think about what it means for next year
Oh yeah.
when you get your center back, who I can't think of his name right now, who's hurt, Laurie Markkinen, and then you got JJ. That's 3-7. Walker Kessler is his name. That's
Yeah.
three
Walker.
7-footers on the floor, bro. Do you know how insane that is, bro? That's crazy. The small forward, power forward, and in the center position, all 7-footers who can rebound. Well, Jaren Jackson can rebound when he decides he wants to rebound, but that's just going to be insane, bro. That's going to be insane. That future is bright.
Who do y'all think was the team that improved the most this deadline?
So wait, so what was your answer? Who do you think?
My
Who do you think?
mine, I was gonna go Jaren Jackson, the Jaren
Jaren
Jackson.
Jackson to the okay.
Mhm. The
Gianni, you go ahead.
trade. Yeah.
Then
Um,
I'll get my answer after.
I think Harden to the Cavs was a pretty good move, honestly, because looking at like Cleveland right now, they're the fourth seed in the East, and they've been struggling this season, finding themselves. I think getting Harden with his playmaking and everything, I think that helps a lot. And I just have to say something, man. Screw Pat Riley, man. Dude didn't even make one move. I was like sitting thinking that we were gonna get Giannis at one point during the day, and I gotta stop believing him, man. This is over, man. Blow up the entire team, send everybody to I don't even know to contenders, man, because this is just embarrassing. Zero moves, man. Zero moves. The Lakers actually did one move. I'm not sure what the Rockets did, but like the Rockets and Lakers for sure are a better situation. But like I'm like teams should just tank. Mm.
Um, well, I was gonna try to be the smart guy, and I was gonna actually say I was gonna say the Jazz as well, but since Jello took that answer, um, like Gianni said, that James Harden trade, bro, that was like a lot of people were shitting on that trade, and I'm not sure why. When you could trade for a 25, 8 and 8 guy, and what he does as far as playmaking and being able to take the ball out of Donovan Mitchell's hands, which has been the Cavs' biggest issues. It's just Donovan Mitchell and everybody else basically. You had a guy like James Harden, who, like I said, is averaging 25 points this year, 8 assists, 8 rebounds. That only is going to make the team better. Um, but you know what, bro? I'm gonna say my Lakers, bro. And I know y'all gonna think I'm being biased, but not only do you get off of Gabe stinky ass Vincent, you add the best 3-point shooter in the league this year and Luke Kennard, bro. And I don't know if y'all were able to catch my Lakers the first game, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. The biggest thing for me, bro, is just not even the shooting. All jokes aside, though, it's not even the shooting, bro. I didn't realize how high Luke Kennard's IQ was, bro. Because there was so many opportunities in this game where he could have just tossed up so many more shots than he did. But I saw this man make some incredible passes. Two of them were for baskets or were for buckets. And like I said, I didn't know how high his IQ was. Like he was drawing and going inside the paint. Gianni, he was shooting mid range. It wasn't just all threes, bro. So
I think that
yeah,
helps your bench. At least you
it
know they're
does.
shooting.
Not only that, but it gets Dalton. We sent Dalton Connect and Bronny James to the G League, and that does nothing but help the team because those brothers stink. And honestly, I hope when LeBron leaves, he takes his son with him. But that's probably not going to happen. But honestly, dog, like I said, since Jello took my original answer, I'm gonna go with the Lakers. Honestly, I think, like I said, you get rid of Gabe Vincent, who's one of the worst shooters in the league. And another thing, Gianni, we need to stay the hell away from Miami guards because it just never works out for us, bro. Ever. It just never ever works out for us, though. So yeah, shout out his new name is not Luke anymore. It's Nuke Kennard because he just knocked down bombs. He just bombs away, bro. They're just all gonna go. And I'm telling y'all, bro, when Luca gets back, man, it's gonna be
But
so
you want to,
beautiful, bro.
but TK,
It's gonna be such beautiful basketball. We got Austin Reeves back. LeBron James finally remember who the fuck he was. Luka Doncic is coming back soon. And then we got the best shooter in the game, bro. It doesn't really help us as far as defense. I'll give you all that. It doesn't help us defensive wise, which is really what we needed to do. We needed to grab an athletic wing that can guard the 1 through 5. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get that because my GM is an idiot. Robert Palink ass is retarded and doesn't know how to do its job. So yeah, but honestly,
I,
man, it's gonna be it's gonna be lovely when Luca gets back. And honestly, we're gonna have to outscore a lot of teams, but Gianni, I think we'll be able to do it. Go ahead, bro.
Luke Kennard, man. Yeah, I think that was a good ad. But who do you guys think lost this trade deadline? Because,
The Rockets and the Heat, they did nothing.
but no,
Actually, you
but
know
no,
what?
but
It was the Rockets. I'm gonna say the Rockets, Gianni, and the only reason I'm gonna say the Rockets is because you had multiple opportunities to go out there and get a point guard. Jello, even if y'all got Anthony, bro, I don't care. Go out there and get a point guard. Try, at least try, brother. Y'all didn't try to do shit. Nothing. Nigga said, I got Kevin Durant. That's all we need. Well, brother, I'm telling you right now, you're going home in the first round. Go
you
ahead,
know
Jello.
who's my loser? The Milwaukee Bucks. You know what? I understand they didn't trade Giannis, but now Giannis is going to be on an expiring deal this summer. And because you don't trade for him, now he has a little bit of leverage now. He can control where he wants to be. I think he's going to end up going in the Western Conference for sure. This is
I hope,
basically
you
a
know
lock.
what? Gianni, I don't even care anymore. I don't even care what this nigga does anymore. He just playing us, bro.
Yeah,
He playing us, dog. Did you see what he tweeted after?
yeah. I saw what you tweet. And
And then sign to a gambling like bro, what are you doing, brother? He used to be so likable, dog. This I don't who
he's a
cares,
troll,
dog?
man.
He's a
He's a
troll now,
troll.
bro.
Yeah, yeah. The guy is a comedian because you do all this stuff, right? And then you sign a gambling thing. He was like betting on himself right there, saying, "Oh,
He knew what he was doing, bro.
yeah,
People were betting on I think it's called Kalashi.
yeah."
Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I don't because I just don't care. Nobody uses that shit. But yeah, basically there was like a 67% bet of everybody saying he was gonna get traded. Then after he doesn't get traded, he immediately sides with them. Brother, we know what you are.
He's a gambler, man. He's a gambler. He probably has the money, hiding somewhere, man.
Probably got his money somewhere in Africa, bro. Jello, who's the biggest loser? And tell us why it's the Rockets.
It's not the Rockets. Shut it. Now, even though they are very much on my close second, the biggest loser of this trade deadline is none other than the Washington Wizards. I'm so sorry. And I'm gonna tell y'all exactly why. I feel very bad for the Wizards because they actually made a very great trade in the Anthony Davis trade. They had got Anthony Davis, Jaden Hardy, D'Angelo Russell, Dante Exum from the Mavericks. It's decent. What they gave up was not worth it. Yes, they gave up a Chris Middleton. Good job. Y'all did not need him. And AJ Johnson, ugh, then we're getting to the players that y'all are gonna miss. We got a Tyus Jones. That was gonna be a decent point guard for y'all. Nice little young point guard. I'm very, very high on Tyus Jones. Marvin Bagley, Marvin Bagley is a very he's upcoming. Marvin Bagley is very underrated. He is upcoming right now. Y'all gave up a first rounder. Y'all gave up two first rounders and 3 seconds. Now let's dive into what's going on now. Anthony Davis, he is not playing the rest of the season. Now he decided to sit out. Now we have a D'Angelo Russell that does not want to report. Who is D'Angelo Russell? Mind you, eh, D'Angelo Russell apparently got into his head that he is a top 10 player now, and he does not, he is too good for the Wizards. So that is an issue. So that leaves us with you got Jaden Hardy. I like Jaden Hardy. He is not bad. And we got a Dante Exum. So basically, y'all gave up four decent players, two firsts, and 3 seconds for half of a player and another player that does not want to play for you guys.
Well,
That's a
first of
big
all,
problem with me.
let's just never ever mention D'Angelo Russell in any trade packages because who gives a fuck, bro? Don't nobody get, even if he did report to camp, he wasn't touching the floor at all, brother. You are a bro, stop it. Don't stop it.
Yo,
Secondly,
that
I
is
will agree,
crazy,
I
man.
do agree with the Anthony Davis. That whole situation is weird, but I think if Anthony Davis takes the offseason off, realize that the Wizards are not they're a young team, yes, but they're a team that is very, very well and up and coming, which I 100% believe that. Um, let's see how he feels about Trey Young playing next season because he's still on the contract next year. He'll definitely be playing for the Wizards next year. Let's just see how he feels going into next season, Jello, before we do that. Because right now he's definitely upset, which I understand, bro. Getting traded to the Wizards when you think of that, you who wants to be on the Wizards, bro? But give them an opportunity to see what they're building over there, which is truly something special.
Yeah, I agree.
Did I already say we don't give a fuck about D'Angelo Russell? Because I just need to say that again. Don't ever mention that nigga name again. You are trash. And the fact that you think you're a top 10 player and who doesn't have to report to the bro, Jello said it best. Who the fuck do you think you are, brother? You are
Send
not
him to
good.
the Hornets or somebody
Like
like in the
not even the
bottom.
Hornets.
No, not even
The
the Hornets
Hornets
are
winning
on the
right
way
now,
up.
bro.
Come
No,
on
Yeah,
now.
but no, but the
send that
team in
nigga
the
to the G
Send
bottom.
them
League.
to
Send
send
that
them
nigga
to
to the
Brooklyn. Send them to
what is it?
Brooklyn.
The Washington Comets? What is the G League? I don't know what the hell the G League goes. Send that nigga there. But here, I'm gonna give y'all one more winner that none of us talked about because it's not really because their star player is out for the entire season. What about Zubac to the Pacers,
I was
bro?
thinking about it.
Ooh,
I was
Thinking
thinking
about
about that.
Zubac,
that's a
Pascal when
great
he comes
move.
back next season. Then you got Tyrese Halliburton coming, bro. That's going to be something serious too in the East.
My
Yeah,
Bro, it was
biggest
some really good trades.
problem,
This it was
my
some
biggest
good trades
problem
today,
with
man.
that trade, I do not believe Zubac was worth two firsts and a second.
For what I
uh,
thought they
Let
probably would have had to
alone
give up for him, bro. I thought it was going to be way
adding
more.
Mathurin. They gave up Mathurin too.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Isaiah
Which
Jackson? That's a terrible trade. That's a very bad trade. Now Zubac, he elevates them a little bit. Him and Siakam is gonna be a nice little what you call it, 4 and 5 unit. But to give up all of that for Zubac, like
Yeah, that was a
this was
lot.
this was a dude that wasn't even a top three center 2 years ago. Are
nope,
are we still considering him a top three? Are we
nope.
considering him a top three center?
Yeah,
Top 10. I'll put him top 10.
I
Top 10
put him
for
top
sure.
10. I put him top
But
10. But
not
yeah.
top, not top. I don't
let's
think
say
he's ever
two
been top 3. He never will be top 3.
2 years ago, he was not even that, not even close to that. He is
I think
barely
Indiana's gonna bounce back
he's
next season.
barely worth
I do too.
two firsts, let alone all they gave up. That's my only problem with that trade.
Yeah.
I mean, I
That
don't hate it, bro.
another one I did not like the Porzingis trade. That was just nasty.
Oh yeah, that
Oh,
was horrible.
you know what that was, bro? They were so desperate for Giannis that they just felt like they had to do something, dog. They had, bro, and yeah, thank you. This is thank you, Warriors, bro, because just thank you.
I love it. I love to see the Warriors downfall, man. But
That was
that's
100% probably the worst trade out of everybody, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, because it was Kaminga for Porzingis, right?
Kaminga
That
and Buddy Hield.
Kaminga and who else?
Buddy
oh
Hield.
Buddy Hill, yeah.
Buddy Hield,
Oh
yeah. Which
oh
like
yeah, that was a
you gave
disaster.
up shooting and I mean Kaminga is Kaminga, you know what I'm saying?
Kaminga
But
is not that
to
big of
give
a
him
bust
up
of
for
thing, but
Porzingis, bro,
Porzingis, come on now.
Yeah,
that's
that
just,
was
that was insane, bro. I mean, I 100% the Hawks got better and the Warriors got worse after that trade.
Yeah, it's
100%.
definitely. hmm Now, who
Well,
won the trade deadline, in your opinion?
I'm gonna say the Jazz, bro.
Jazz,
Yeah, I'm just go with my original
Uh,
answer. Say the Jazz. I mean, you
Gianni?
got Jaren Jackson Jr. to, like I said, to pair up with Walker Kessler next year and Laurie McCorn. How do you stop 3 7-footers, bro? How do
yeah,
you do that? You
I agree
can't.
with. Yeah, you can't. I
You
agree
can't
with.
stop that, bro. And the worst part is, Yellow, we in the West, bro. We got to deal with this shit next year, bro. You tell me I got to watch DeAndre Ayton go against 3 7-footers? That is, bro. I'm done, bro. I don't even want to
Right.
talk no more, dog. It's
I think the
100% the
Jazz
Jazz,
won.
though. It's
Yeah, I
100% the
agree.
Jazz.
I really did like what the Hornets did, though. I think the
Who did?
Hornets
Oh, the Kobe White.
Kobe White trade, yeah, that was decent for me. Um, they made some good moves. Xavier Tillman too. They did get Xavier.
From the Celtics, yo.
Yeah, that was a nice little trade. That was a nice little deal. Um, they did get some picks out of them, if I'm not mistaken, from because they had got Tyus Jones. They sent them to or the Mavericks. They sent them to the Mavericks. I think they got some good little assets in there. They got some picks. Hornets was probably my sleeper team this trade deadline, but I do like the Jazz. The Jazz did a little bit better.
Yeah,
Um,
man. That's
yeah,
just
shout out to the Hornets though because they got better this trade deadline for sure.
I could see the Hornets are probably gonna, for sure. I think be in the play-in tournament because they're just winning games. They're just getting up there and they're improving as a team. Honestly, like they're on a 9 game winning streak. Like
Michael Jordan leaves, he sells the team, and then they do this. I mean, I don't think it's no coincidence.
yeah,
Michael Jordan was the problem. Nigga thought he knew everything because you're the second greatest basketball player of all time.
Yeah, so we need to see LeBron on the team to see who's the true GOAT. If LeBron wins the championship as the owner, he's the greatest basketball
As
player
long
of
as
all
it's not my
time.
Lakers, I don't. Yeah, I love to see it. Just as long as it's not the Lakers, like I mean, you own any other team you want. When I say I'm done with the LeBron era, I mean for good. Thank you for everything. You are the GOAT. I respect that, bro. But dog, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this shit to be over.
where do you think LeBron will go to next
Yeah, he's
season?
going to the Cavs. He's 100% going to the Cavs, bro. I think that's the only team that's genuinely gonna want him, dog.
Yeah,
Like, no, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. Teams are gonna want him, but I think the Cavs will be the team
yeah,
that'll pay him more than everybody else.
yeah.
And I mean, why not just in your career where it all started, dog, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that would be with Donovan Mitchell, James Harden,
James Harden,
Harden
LeBron James,
and
that's gonna be
Braun.
must see TV, yeah, for sure. And then you still keep the other players around them too, because
Yeah,
I think they got a lot of guys that are still under contract next season. Yeah, it could get real. It's going to definitely be must see TV, dog, for sure. Because
yeah.
James
I
Harden and
never.
Donovan Mitchell just gonna make it easy for Brown. He's gonna be the third option,
hmm
and Brown as a third
As
option is
long as
fucking
he wants
scary.
to be the third option, I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure Braun has the IQ to know when it's time to step back. Like he has one of the greatest minds we've ever seen. So his
yeah,
ego
for
should
sure.
not take away from that. He's already taken a step back for the most part. He's been letting Luca and Reeves do their thing.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't think he's gonna have a problem being the third option.
Nah,
For
I
the
don't
most
either.
part. So that's gonna be pretty good to see. That's gonna be pretty cool to see. Just last year with the Cavs, maybe win a ring, maybe who knows?
I mean, it's the East, dog. It's possible.
I mean, I really like how their team is structured. I mean, it could
Yeah,
happen, but
they can
hey,
win the East next season as long as they're healthy and everything.
Hmm. Health is gonna be
That
the most important thing, if you,
yeah,
Mhm.
for
health
sure.
and getting off to an early good start because the one thing you want to do is let's just say get off to like a 20
Uh,
and 5
hmm.
start, and then maintain that, and they could be like a top 3 seed, top 2 next season. They're the 4th seed right now, and they were the number 1 seed last season, so they're going to be up there next season with Braun. I think that one team that is rising right now is Detroit. Like Detroit has been
Nobody's
like
talking about
down.
him either. Oh, it's crazy.
Yeah,
Nobody talking about Detroit, bro.
yeah. People need to talk about Detroit. Detroit is a team that I feel like they might run away with the East, honestly, or not run away like like sweep everybody. No, I think they're going to like they can get past everybody because I
Hmm.
don't think everybody is consistent as them right now.
Yep. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, gonna this is gonna be the end of episode 253. Thank you for everybody that stayed with us and listened for the entire podcast. Coming to you live. This is your boy Takaris. We got my man Jello here and my boy Gianni. Next week we'll have the full crew, Bam, and PC will be back. Jello will be here. I'll be here, and my man Gianni will be here as well. And with that being said, see you guys next week.